Good morning, CLC. It's Tuesday, day 2 of the medallion hunt, February 24th, 2026. You know, the first video that dropped yesterday got way more views than last year. Yesterday, as I strolled to college like a vivid god, I kind of felt like a celebrity. Students were running up to me that I'd never talked to before, begging for clues, but they're in the videos only. I think what's happening is that the college, Central Lakes College, is finally realizing that the medallion hunt is an apt metaphor for life, right? But I gotta ask you right now, do you really want the medallion? Are you certain you want to find it? What makes me ask that is the idea that literature, great world literature, is replete with examples of characters who are harmed by what they think are going to be riches that will do them good. We could think of the Greeks that I never stop talking about. The Greeks who gave us the Olympics, tragic literature, the codification of rhetoric as the pragmatic study of the future, and epic literature. My favorite story is Homer's Odyssey. About in the middle of that story, King Aeolus gives Odysseus, before he heads out to sea, a bag with all the storm winds in it. And then he makes the mistake of taking a nap in his ship, and his dudes, his men, start thinking that Odysseus is hiding treasure in that bag, and they open it up, and well, that's a super bad idea. I know you're all aware of the 13th century saga written by Snorri Sturluson in Iceland. That's the Volsunga story. And that's a story about people who are done evil by a treasure. I think the end of the line for understanding this idea comes from Shakespeare, who explains all manifest reality, physical and spiritual. I think I've talked about this before in these videos a few years ago, this moment where a character named Gloucester walks onto the world stage of a plain-dealing villain in the end of part 3 of King Henry VI. And he is starting to imagine becoming the king, right? And he sees this crown up on a promontory. He imagines it anyway. And the problem is, it's a ways off. And he begins to chide the sea for being between him and the crown. He wishes that his foot were equal to his eye. And he's listening to himself, talking to himself, but he is also overhearing himself. And in doing that, he's transformed, and he realizes that he's going to have to kill a bunch of people to become king, including a couple of children. That story's rough. Let's cut to some clues here, and let's just keep it dead simple today. As in, bing, bang, boom. All right, that's all you get today. But we're going to end with some bonus cuteness. When I found out a year ago that I was going to become a grandfather, I told myself, look, I'm not going to be one of those guys who runs around, showing doting pictures of his grandchild. Well, Freddie came to Earth last September. He's 5 months old now, and the dotage is getting rather garrulous. Look at the gaze of this little guy. Best of luck. Keep searching.